Hi everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to make a base for our mandala. A base, all that really means is something to put our mandala on. When we have our collections, we'll want to put them down on something. So this piece of paper we're going to make is going to be our piece of paper for our mandalas. It's really simple how you do this. Some of you may have noticed in the video that you saw of the monks that they made their mandala on a table. You can make your mandala on a table, you can make it on the floor, you can make it wherever there's a flat surface. There's an important detail though about this table, which is that the table was a square table, and there was a reason for this. The monks wanted to make the mandala on a surface that has 4 equal sides and that has a center, or what I like to call a belly button. So for example, if you have a square, you can find the center of the square. Know how well you can see that little dot? And I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you have a square with a center in the square, you can do a few other things if you want to prepare your base for the mandala, but we'll go over that in a minute. So first, all you need simply is a piece of printer paper. You can use also art paper, construction paper. You just want to make sure that it's a standard size. Then to make a square, you fold the paper, taking this corner and this edge and folding it down to meet that edge. So it looks something like this. Then when I have my edge, see if you can see this, I line it up and I fold it. I'm folding it so that I have a triangle. Once I have my triangle, I use a pencil and I trace along this line like that, but straighter along the line. So I'm tracing this along this line. So you can see where I made that line. After that, all you need to do is cut along that line. Now this crease is here, but that's very helpful. That's going to help us find the center. To find the center, make your square into a diamond. And so this crease is up and down. And then you're going to make these corners meet to make another triangle. Again, it's easier for me if I lay down my paper when I fold it. And there you can see that there's a place where the lines meet, the center of the X. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark where that is. And there is the center of my paper. You can also use the other side. You just flatten it out. Put your mark where the lines of the X meet. And then you have the center of your paper. You can also, what I did on this paper is I also traced a plate on top of my square paper. So you can take a plate or a bowl of any size. This just happens to be where I had it handy. And you place it approximately, try to center it as best you can. Again, art does not need to be perfect. It's much more interesting when it is not perfect. And trace your circle. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little faint for you on the screen. So now I have a square piece of paper with a center in the middle, a dot in the middle, and a circle. Do you have to do these things? No, not at all. But I find it's helpful. So if you have a grown-up or a special person who can help you do this, maybe you can do it on your own, just give it a try. That will help you in the next stage of our project where we make a mandala. Finally, there's one other thing you can do that is also a great idea. On my Padlet are a couple of actual mandalas. This is not on a square paper, but it is 100% fine if you cut this out. Thank you for waiting while I cut. And there you have a circle that you can place on anything and make that the base of your mandala. The lines can be a guidepost. It has a little center in it, and you'll be all set to go. So you have your options of making a square piece of paper and making a center to it, having a square piece of paper with a circle that you've traced on it with a bowl or a plate, or simply cutting out the mandala or one of the mandalas that I've posted to my Padlet. You could also take that mandala and put it on a square piece of paper. So this is your base. This is what you're going to place your collections on to make your own unique design. I can't wait to see what you've done for your base and also your mandala. Watch the next video and you'll see some examples of how you can use your base to make a mandala with your collections. See you soon!